Alright guys, so neck swap part 3. I just got some parts in the mail. The neck, as you saw from the last video, fit perfectly. I did a little bit of work. I took the Lux Pro logo off. I sanded the headstock and then I refinished it with tung oil. Got 3 coats of it. I'm going to give it 1 more coat. My locking black tuners came in. These Music Lilies is what I put on my Amoon guitar, and they were really good. So, and I know they fit, so I'm going to use those, I guess, to get the the black tuning keys. And we'll put this together and re-intonate and see if any problems arise. I thought about leaving that April Fool's sign up right till the end and then not posting the rest of the video. And then I thought, no, I can't do that to my peeps. But happy April Fool's Day, guys and gals. Here it is, done, restrung, tuners on it. You'll notice the logo is gone. So I got 5 coats of tung oil on the headstock, and it looks surprisingly like the body. You know, it's got that yellowish, spalty look to it, sort of. Anyway, tuners went on perfectly. These Music Lily tuners are really good. They're about 15:1 tuning ratio, no slop. Anyway, the neck went on perfectly. There is a it's slightly off. I don't know if you guys, let me see if I can show you. I don't know if it'll show up in the video, but it's hard to see the small E string, eh? But anyway, the distance from the side of the fretboard to the edge of the string on this side, like on the small E, as opposed to the big E, is a little shallower on the bottom side, which is okay. I can live with that. I think the neck, to be perfect, the neck would have to be tilted this way. I'd have to slightly pull it this way just a bit for it to be perfect. But this neck pocket allows for 0 tolerance. Like, it's super snug in there. So I'm guessing that either the neck heel is a little off, or the neck pocket might be slightly off, or the bridge. This bridge could be just a little bit, just a little bit off canter, because I did replace this bridge, and I know for a fact that the factory bridge was crooked on this guitar when I got it. That was one of the reasons why I replaced the bridge anyway, but I wanted black hardware. So when I reinstalled this bridge, I centered it to the neck that was on the guitar, which was the original neck. And that could be why things aren't 100% perfect, but they're pretty close. The guitar's intonation had to be readjusted, and the action had to be lowered quite a bit. So this neck is not as thick, like from bottom to top, as the Fender Strat replacement neck that I had put on this thing, which is now on my hybrid Strat, which I will share with you. So this is just going to be a video on how this turned out. So just to show you, everything intonated perfectly. No fret buzz, no issues whatsoever. I took these little string trees. They are Graph Tech string trees off of the original Mexican Strat neck that I had modified when I did my hybrid Strat, and I just put them on this because I'm not going to be using the Mexican Strat neck. So yeah, I just did that. And plus they were black, right? So they would match the tuners, I guess. So all in all, this thing turned out great. Like what a perfect match. This Lux Pro Tele neck blended with the IYV ITF 300 body. It's a perfect fit, super tight fit. Again, if I was to guess exactly what's going on, I would say that the big issue is probably that this bridge plate is a little bit off, and which is why I have a little bit more space, just a bit. If you look at the strings running over the pickups, you'll kind of see what I mean. So the E string is kind of on the edge, you know, on the inside edge of that magnet, whereas on this little E string, it's kind of hovering. Well, it looks pretty centered there in the picture, but if you look at the fretboard distance down here and over here, the E string it's just got more room, which is fine with the way I play, because on the small E string I would never bend down, right? I'm always bending up. So, but whereas my big E string I would bend down. And sometimes on some of my guitars where the E strings are running really close to the edge of the fretboard, sometimes when I'm coming down the fret, like, and I'll actually go, like the string I'll go below the fret. So this gives me that extra room so that doesn't happen. The only thing I was worried about is when you're doing pull-offs on the E string, I was afraid that I would pull off of the fretboard, but it's still not happening with it. So, works great. So there you have it. Lux Pro neck, IYV body, perfect match, perfect setup. If you swap necks, you will have to set your intonation again. All my settles had to move forward. They're all in the same position, respectively to each other. They all have that kind of that staggered, like typical Teles would have. But they all had to move forward to compensate. So I'm not really sure why that is. Both necks were 25.5-inch scale, and both necks had have 22 frets. So I'm not really sure how come, why the discrepancy, but and both necks have a square heel. So I don't know. Anyway, but there was something's a little off. Probably the nut, or maybe or a little different from one neck to the other. But and I'm not that technical when it comes to that stuff. However, every saddle had to move forward just to intonate. The fretted note was flat, like when you do the harmonic at the 12th fret, and then you fret like that note. The fretted note was flat, which means you have to shorten the string, so the saddle has to come up. Other than that, everything was a perfect fit. The neck feels great. It feels great on this guitar. It's a light neck. The guitar is a light body because it's hollow or semi-hollow, so it actually helps the balancing a little bit better. And I think one of my buddies that I communicate with a lot online, the Perennial Gadgeteer, he mentioned that. He said, it might help the balance, and you know what, man, you're right. It's pretty good. So me likes. So you guys take care. Happy April Fool's Day. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. So the next video, I'm going to do the rest of the work to get that neck functional. So the new Musi neck is now on the Nashville. So the next video, I'll just show you how that turned out. I'm just waiting for the pick guard because I kind of messed that one up when I was routing the truss rod wheel adjustment space. So I'm waiting for a new pick guard. I got to fix that up. And I think I'm going to change the pickup while I'm at it. So this is a ceramic bar magnet pickup. The other two are Alnico's. And I do have an Artec fat-bodied Alnico pickup that came in the set, because this is the Artec neck. So I think I'm just going to pair it up with the Artec bridge while I'm at it. And we'll see how that works. So once again, you guys take care. Appreciate you. Have a good day.